It's kind of surreal how fast this happened.
It was all just dirt fields and nothing really there.
From the time we put the shovels into the ground to when we actually have large customers building that has been record-breaking in speed and scale.
And soon, Trainium3 across the U.S., entirely devoted to running AI workloads for a single customer, OpenAI rival Anthropic.
So they're already running about 500,000 chips in Indiana today. And in fact, it's going so well that they've actually doubled down on that order. And we expect jointly we'll be running more than 1 million Trainium2 chips by the end of this year.
We got the first on-camera tour inside what Amazon's dubbing Project Rainier. And it's coming online amid hundreds of billions in AI infrastructure build-out announcements. Compute demand is at an all-time high. But some are concerned about a possible overbuild.
I think they're still building on a proposition that we may not end up seeing be realized. It's just crazy how much building is going on.
These deals all sound great on paper, but they only materialize when they're actually racked and loaded and usable by the customer, and Amazon is incredible at that.
Here in Indiana, this is just the first phase, with 2 more campuses under construction now, for a total of 30 buildings on this 1,200 acres. It'll consume 2.2 gigawatts of electricity, enough to power more than 1 million homes, and millions of gallons of water, which has some local leaders and residents worried.
It's just difficult to keep losing farmland, and this took a lot of farmland.
I was for some of the growth, and my friends tried to tell me, you can't let them come in because once they get their toe in there, they'll want more, and that's exactly what happened.
As Amazon plans out more facilities for Project Rainier in Mississippi and beyond, we sit down with top leaders to ask how this Indiana site came together so quickly, where all that power will come from, and how Anthropic will train its AI here entirely without NVIDIA. In exchange,
the state is going to have a GDP improvement of over $1 billion, and we brought in close to 9,000 jobs already.
While those are temporary construction-related jobs, Amazon said it will create 1,000 long-term jobs, with at least 600 of them paid above the county's average wage.
It was all just dirt fields and nothing really there.
Site leader Josh Salabedra has been building data centers with Amazon for 14 years. He moved to Indiana from the West Coast in 2024 to oversee the build, hiring 4 general contractors to make it happen.
Never seen us do a project this quickly. And that's been the most exciting part of it. We also have a second campus that we are working on as well.
Why so fast?
Why so fast? I think that's the customer demand right now, right? And as we saw AI coming and machine learning coming, we changed it to a different building type.
Big tech companies have been trying all sorts of structures to help them build as fast as possible, like tents Meta's put up as it builds a data center in Ohio. In Indiana, AWS has changed to another building type, adding efficiency and newer tech like liquid cooling for the next buildings under construction now.
It's not just fast, but it is secure and reliable AWS infrastructure. And so it's not a tent out there in a field. It is an industrial enterprise scale data center.
Building out the total 30 buildings here, Amazon says, will take at least 2 more years. When complete, it's expected to consume about 2.2 gigawatts of electricity and millions of gallons of water, which is why local resident Dan Caruso had 100 of these signs made.
New Carlisle will supply the water to Amazon and then in the future GM that's going to build adjacent to Amazon. So that's a lot for a small town of 1,900 to take on.
Council President Marcy Kaufman told CNBC her town is doing an in-depth study of the local aquifers to figure out how to handle this project. Another issue, whether AWS will build on 10 acres of natural wetland in the middle of the project. Amazon told CNBC it's revising designs to minimize impact by the end of the year.
It's just going to be a constant fight for the data center builders to be able to build in these communities because for the amount of land and resources they use, they don't provide a ton of jobs.
Rack pivot.
Still, it's full speed ahead here, building out capacity for those million Trainium2 chips by the end of the year, and eventually Trainium3 chips in some of these buildings and beyond.
Because these buildings are there for like 30 or so years, and there's a ton of innovation that happens during that process. So it's a constantly evolving set of improvements that we do to our infrastructure all the time.
It doesn't look like it's going to slow down anytime soon. The money will keep coming until it doesn't, and it will probably take some form of economic downturn or a complete cessation of AI progress, which I don't see anytime in the near horizon to make this stop.
We're rapidly adding new capacity all over the place, and so I don't know that we'll be done ever. We're going to continue to build as our customers need more capacity.